Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. I think that's not the right order, but hey, welcome. Thanks for listening. How are we doing today? My name is Form. This is Formcast. And if you're looking at this video, if you're watching the podcast episode on YouTube, I apologize for this wire for my microphone. Apparently, my microphone will only work if there's tension straight from the plug-in from the XLR cable straight down. So I'm thinking there's something wrong on the inside of the connection there. This mic had given me issues before. They actually found some issues with the cable on the outside, and here we are having more issues with it. And if I play with the cable, put it on the boom arm where it should be, I can't hear myself. It doesn't pick up my voice. But if there's that little bit of tension and the cable connection, XLR connection is tilted a certain way, it seems we're actually hearing ourselves. So that being said, I'm not going to touch this. And if for some reason during the podcast today it cuts in and out, which it shouldn't because I'm not going to touch it, I apologize. That being said, welcome in. If you're watching on YouTube as well, you are watching from the brand new stream room in the new house. This is something pretty special. We just had our very first stream last night in the new house, in the new stream room. Everything sort of went to plan. However, when I started stream, there was no audio sharing. They couldn't hear my voice, nothing like that. All I did was unplug cables and plug them back in, and it worked. So, check the cables that are connected for certain things the way they should be, I guess, and you should be all right. With that being said, I'm happy to finally announce, I guess, that we're finally moved the whole stream room to the new house, so I can finally start streaming here and working here. Now, if you're looking, if you're watching on YouTube for the podcast, there is a blank wall behind me. The wall kind of looks black, but it is definitely a dark charcoal called cracked pepper. Cracked pepper is the name of the paint, or the name of the color of the paint, I should say. And it looks really, really cool. There's some accents with the greens and all that, with the Astera Titan tube is really lighting it up in a fun way. Now, I am standing as well, so you can't really see the majority of maybe the guitar and the plant and all that kind of stuff, but you will once the desk is down if you're watching the streams. With that being said, new stream room means new setup. Now, I could probably do a whole podcast episode about this new setup and how I think it feels for me. Now, I always had my main monitor in front of me, and I always had a vertical on my right and a vertical on my left, and the camera was right over the main monitor pointing directly at me. This time, it's a little bit of a angle towards me, capture a lot more of the back wall, but also the fact that to my left, so when you're watching on stream on the right side of the screen, there is, a closet door, there's the main door, all that kind of stuff, and certain things that I might not want to, show in the background. So I think this is the best angle. I might lower it a little bit. I'm not too sure. Last night's stream seemed to be okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go actually rewatch the VOD for a little bit, or just watch some clips and see how the camera looked and how I think it feels. The other thing is when I'm reading messages in chat, I do have my chat right beside my camera on my main monitor now on OBS, and I can seemingly read that pretty good. But sometimes I have this habit, I guess, of looking at my vertical monitor because it is the entire length of it, so I don't have to scroll if there's any messages that I might miss or something like that. So looking to my right, there's a lot of times I'm not looking at the camera or near the camera. Kind of don't really like that, but it depends on how it feels, I guess. So that being said, now I've got a main monitor, I've got my secondary monitor, my OBS on top of it, landscape wise, and one vertical on the right side. And if you're listening to this and you're in the Discord or you follow my Twitter page, I did post a picture of the whole room. It's got this fisheye lens to the picture, so you can kind of see the whole thing. I'm really enjoying it, though. It's really fun to put together. It's always nice when you can take things apart and put them back together and it goes smoothly. I got to wipe everything down off the dust, so please, I'm telling you right now, if you think you dust your setup, you dust your equipment, you really don't. You got to really give it a good thorough cleaning. The desk was full of dust in the back where I don't really get to reach to, I guess. And obviously that Go XLR, Stream Decks, keyboards, even the PCs and stuff like that. Make sure you dust those things off. They're your friends. They're your best friends, okay? With that being said, this week was a pretty wild one for streams as well. So we finished our streams at the old place. And of course, one of the, I think it was the third last stream, it was a Thursday evening last week. I had an encounter on stream. Now, a lot of people might think an encounter, okay, maybe an encounter of something happened in stream with a viewer, maybe something happened in a game, something like that. Nope, nope, not me, not me. No, I had an encounter with a live flying bat in the house. Now, if you were in the stream, you got to witness some of the most brave feats of strength of courage that I could ever put on. But what happened was I was streaming, and in my old room, the door's to the right, and I was streaming and I was playing the game, and I just kind of had this feeling of like something just flew by me, like either a mosquito came really close because it was like this dark thing, or the place is haunted and someone just walked by the door. Because I had the door open, and thought nothing much more of it until later on, when this thing kept going back and forth and back and forth. And I realized after looking at this go back and forth by the doorway, not in the room, but by the doorway, because it's a staircase going downstairs, and then there's a bedroom right there and a bathroom. I saw it flapping wings, and I said, it's either a cute little bird or a crazy little bat. Well, I was wrong on both. It was a crazy big bat. I swear it was huge. It was huge. So for the next 45 minutes at like midnight, here I am on stream, freaking out, saying, I can't leave this place. I got to go home, which is this place. I was streaming till like 11:30 midnight, right? And then I was going to leave and go. But how do I leave when there's this bat flying around? So there's this bat flying around, up, down, goes downstairs, comes back up, goes downstairs, comes back up. I managed to sneak out and close the doors of the bedroom and the bathroom. So the only place it can go is downstairs, right? So I'm like, okay, I don't have anything to catch this. What do I do? People are like, don't kill it. Don't kill it. I don't want to kill no bat. Bats eat the spiders and all the crazy things that we don't like. I get it. I'm here for that. Do I like them? No. Do I think they're dangerous? Yes. They carry rabies. I'm not getting into that. You know what I mean? So I slowly make my way downstairs. Now, stream is just watching an empty room at this point. I go downstairs and I look, and it is in the living room on the window that has a screen, and it's just sitting there upside down, attached to the screen of the window. So I see this box, and this box probably about 3 feet long, 2.5 to 3 feet long box. It's got maybe a 1x1 opening. I don't know what it was. An empty box. I was using it for moving. It was an empty box. So I grabbed the box, and I'm like, you know what? If I can just pin it against the screen, I'll catch it, put it in the box, throw it outside, right? It could fly away. I try that in the living room. Okay, the light's on. I turn the lights on. Bad idea. Bats don't like light. They fly at night for a reason. You know, disoriented, and they fly kind of crazy, right? Crazy patterns. You can't really tell where they're going to go. So, okay, the bat starts flying around in the living room downstairs. Got all the lights on. I'm trying to catch it. I'm trying to defend myself. It ends up flying upstairs. I'm like, okay, well, that's not bad. It's upstairs. I know exactly where it is. I'll go up there with the box and get it. I make my way upstairs, and what I quickly forget is that I close the doors. I closed the bathroom and the bedroom door. I did not close my stream room door. So on stream, and it has been clipped and it has been shared, I walk upstairs with my box, and lo and behold, this bat is inside the stream room now, flying circles, trying to attach itself. I got ring lights on. I turned the main light on. It's going crazy, up, down, sideways, all over the place. It's trying to attach itself to my soundproof panels. It doesn't. It comes back and flying around. I swear what felt like 30 hours was probably like maybe 5 minutes trying to catch this bat with this box. So I'm trying to catch it in the middle of the air. I'm just trying to, like, while it's coming towards me, try and use my box and get it to fly right in the box, right? It's like an airport, you know, just signaling that bat, come on in, right? And close the box and let it out. So it doesn't do that, but it ends up sitting on the window. Okay. I slowly but surely take my time, and I get closer and closer and closer, and I go for it. I put the box against it, and it starts squealing. If you've never heard a bat squeal, I'm telling you what, ladies and gentlemen, it is a sound that you will never forget. And I felt bad for a second that I was hurting the bat, and I was like, you know what? No, it's not in the box, obviously. It's hurting. It's like, it's going crazy. So I look, I get close, I look a little bit, I see that it's pinned down a little bit, I shift the box a bit, and it slides right in the box. I close it up. Success. win. I go outside the front door and I literally just open it up and it flies out. Meanwhile, this whole time, the front door is like left open, wide open. It's midnight. It's dark out. Lights are on. People could just walk in my place. Another bat could just fly in. We didn't think about that. So lo and behold, now I can call myself a survivor of a bat attack. No matter what other people might think, they say, "Oh, Form, it was just a bat. It was a little baby bat. It was this. No, it was a big bat, wingspan of about at least a foot wide, and it had large fangs. Now, if you're listening to this, got to go check out the clips or something like that, because it's on my Twitter as well, but there's proof. This bat was flying around like crazy. No one else would believe me if it wasn't on video. This is why I didn't end the stream. I needed people to believe me. So anyways, that was a crazy night. And, well, now people want me to wear a Batman outfit. And it's not the right kind of outfit. It's a tutu and it's a Batman bikini or something crazy. So anyways, if anyone was to say, what kind of life do you live? Well, I'm a bat attack survivor now. And that I don't want that to define myself. But I'm a pretty special human being now, I think. I don't know if I would have turned into Batman if I would have got bit, but I wasn't willing to risk the biscuit, if you know what I mean. So with that being said, a lot has happened, but if there's a lesson to be learned, moving sucks. It takes a long time, but it's fun to do a new little setup for your own stream or your gaming setup. And if you have a bat flying around, you too can be a survivor. Yeah, I think we're just going to leave it on that one. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate those who download the podcast episodes. It really means a lot. You know what? We're just going to catch you next time. Cheers.